My name is Vinod and our research topic is about Islamic bank profitability and inflation in case of Malaysia. In this research, we studied about how the inflation will affect the Islamic bank profitability in Malaysia. There are two types of factors which are internal and external factors. The study is on the factors that may affect their performance. This is vital to bank administrators as well as financial specialists, investors and controllers, as the assessment of bank execution may help them to recognize from the awful bank and choose the reasonable bank for them to contribute. This will fundamentally influence the entire economy of the nation, as banking sector's account areas goes about as the bone of an economy. Inflation is the most important in the country's economy by the way it is exacerbates the so-called friction in credit market, which is more severe in developing countries like Malaysia. Inflation has important effects on bank under different aspects. Some economies find the countries with higher inflation normally have small banking and equity market. The amount of loan made by banks decreases through ratio especially to private sectors, and profitability is also affected by inflation. This study examines this hypothesis using recent data from Malaysia. The objective of the research is to inspect the relationship between profitability and inflation in Islamic banking in Malaysia. To examine the effect of inflation, the Islamic bank profitability in Malaysia. To examine the relationship between the profitability and Islamic bank performance in Malaysia. A literature review is a summarized and synthesizes of the present critical analysis on a selected topic. In this chapter, the determination of the study will further made clear. The effect of inflation and bank profitability will be further made clear based on journals, and various from the past similar researchers will be brought. Hypothesis of the study of this research is where hypothesis number 1, there is a significant relationship between bank size and inflation. Hypothesis number 2, there is a significant relationship between credit risk and inflation. Hypothesis number 3, there is significant relationship between determinant of liquidity and inflation. Hypothesis number 4, there is a significant relationship between cost efficiency and inflation. The independent variable of these studies are bank size, credit risk, cost efficiency, banks and liquidity. The dependent variable is inflation. This chapter mainly focuses on the factors used for the study. These factors are the determinants of the bank profitability.
Now, I'm gonna explain about the methods used to complete the research. Quantitative method was used to collect the data in the research. Independent variables were chosen and predict its impact on dependent variable, which is calculated through return on asset and return on equity. The general method of movement (GMM) model is used to investigate the determinants of profitability of Islamic banks. Annual reports of Islamic banks are the main instrument that used to collect and analyze in this research study. T-test was used to determine the statistical between parameter and sample distribution. F-test also used to test regression model in this research study. This test can be tested for the overall significant relationship with more than one independent variable, but with one variable using the t-test.